perspectives.
Introduction. A journey to the crystal palace at the center of the brain. Let's take a journey into the deepest parts of the brain, to the most protected crystal that even surgeons find difficult and sometimes frightening to reach. At the exact center of the brain, between the left and right hemispheres, just above the thalamus, hidden in a small cavity, lies a secret. An organ no larger than a grain of rice, shaped like a pine cone, and named after the Latin word, pinealis. We call this organ the pineal gland. You might think, are we really going on a journey to something the size of a grain of rice? But within that tiny space lie incredibly large secrets. So why has such a small area become so important throughout history, studied and revered by everyone from ancient civilizations to modern science? Surely not without reason. Why does this pine cone symbol appear in ancient Egypt, on Sumerian tablets, in the Islamic world, across India and the Far East, and even in the gardens of the Vatican? Although scientists describe this organ as merely a biological clock, recent research seems to suggest much more. This organ is the second most intensely blood-supplied location in the entire body. Even more interestingly, unlike most other parts of the brain, it exists outside the blood-brain barrier. This means the pineal gland is located inside the brain, yet biologically exposed and directly open to interaction with the outside world. The pineal gland is the brain's crystal palace. In this video, we will uncover all its secrets, from your biological clock to spiritual awakening, from the DMT molecule to the frequencies that may influence you. Are you ready for a new awakening? Evolutionary legacy. The real eye inside our heads. Have you ever wondered why the pineal gland is called the third eye? This is not just a spiritual metaphor. It also reflects a biological reality. When anatomists examined this gland in detail under the microscope, they uncovered shocking findings. The pineal gland, much like our eyes, contains structures similar to a retina and cornea, and most importantly, it has light-sensitive photoreceptor cells. The reason the pineal gland is called the third eye is, of course, because it structurally resembles the eye. But at the same time, the pineal gland is believed to see things that cannot be seen in the conventional sense. This may sound strange, but that is exactly the case. At the dark center of your brain, there is an eye programmed to perceive light, almost like a form of yin and yang. When we look at evolutionary biology, this becomes even clearer. In a reptile species called the tuatara, as well as in some primitive vertebrates, the pineal gland exists beneath the skin at the top of the skull as a parietal eye and directly detects light. In humans. However, evolution has buried this eye deep inside the brain, or perhaps it was created this way, without changing its fundamental function. The pineal gland may not be there to see physical light from the outside world, but perhaps to perceive signals coming from other dimensions. Chemical alchemy, the transformation of serotonin and melatonin. And we can say that the pineal gland is the greatest chemist living inside our body. During the day, it serves as a reservoir for serotonin, the hormone that keeps us happy, alive, positive, an energetic. But when the sun sets and darkness falls, even though our eyes may no longer see clearly, a miraculous transformation begins in our third eye, the pineal gland. With the arrival of the darkness signal coming from the eyes, the pineal gland processes the serotonin it holds and converts it into melatonin. Melatonin is not just a hormone that helps you sleep comfortably. It is the body's master repairman. It regulates you. It renews cells. It forms a protective shield against certain types of cancer. It slows down aging. However, the critical point here is timing. This production reaches its peak between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. These hours must be used wisely. if you are exposed to blue light from phones, TVs, or tablets. During these hours, the pineal gland assumes that it is still daytime because the body is not asleep, and it stops this production. This, in fact, is one of the simplest explanations for why modern humans are constantly tired, depressed, unmotivated, and frequently ill. The molecule of the soul, DMT, and the mystery of the 49th day. This is where science and mysticism collide most intensely. DMT, dimethyltryptamine, referred to as the spirit molecule by Dr. Rick Strassman. This substance is known as one of the most powerful hallucinogenic compounds, and it is found naturally in many plants. However, according to certain claims, the only place in the human body capable of producing DMT is the pineal gland. According to emerging theories based on various studies, DMT is released in extremely high amounts only twice, at the moment of birth and at the moment of death. The experience is described by people who claim to have had near-death experiences, such as the light at the end of the tunnel, or one's life flashing before their eyes, are believed to be caused by a final surge of DMT released by the pineal gland into the body. Here, an even more intriguing coincidence appears. According to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the soul enters the body on the 49th day after fertilization. In modern embryology, the pineal gland also becomes distinctly visible in a fetus on the 49th day, which is also when biological sex is determined. Is this merely a coincidence? Or is it evidence that the soul uses the pineal gland as a gateway to enter the body? The power of crystals, the piezoelectric effect, and magnetism. Let's take the subject a little deeper into physics and the quantum dimension. Inside the pineal gland, there is a small fluid-filled sac, and within this sac are calcite microcrystals, calcium carbonate crystals. These crystals have many special properties, but one unique and independent ability stands out: the piezoelectric property. So, what is piezoelectricity? When a crystal is placed under pressure, compressed, or vibrated, it generates electricity. This is the same principle behind the operation of quartz watches and lighters. Scientists believe that the crystals within the pineal gland respond to external electromagnetic fields, such as Wi-Fi, phone signals, and Earth's magnetic field, and by vibrating, they generate electrical signals in the brain. So it would not be wrong to say this. The pineal gland is a radio receiver inside our brain. For years, scientists have studied how birds instinctively find their migration routes, yet no definitive explanation has been reached. In this context, researchers believe that birds locate their migration paths through the magnetic sense provided by the pineal gland. But then the question arises, what are we listening to with this antenna? Which frequencies are we receiving? Or is modern technology filling this antenna with interference? The secret of frequencies. Why 963 Hertz? This is where the mystery of healing through sound and ancient music begins to reveal itself. If the pineal gland contains piezoelectric crystals, then it means these crystals can also be activated by sound vibrations. This is the logic behind frequencies you often see on the internet, such as 963 Hertz, the solfeggio frequency, or 432 Hertz. It is claimed that these frequencies create subtle resonance through the bones of the skull, causing the crystals within the pineal gland to vibrate and activate the gland. Scientifically, this can be referred to as mechanical transduction. Of course, debates on this topic continue. According to some views and scientific studies, these frequencies are believed not to stimulate the pineal gland at all. In ancient times, the purpose of rhythmic and repetitive sounds used in shamanic rituals dervishes' dhikr practices, or Gregorian chants was the same, to bring the brain into specific wave states, theta or gamma, enabling the pineal gland to release DMT or similar neurochemicals. So when you listen to 963 Hz, you may actually be fine-tuning your biological antenna. What do you think? Have you tried these frequencies, and have you observed any changes? The hidden symbol throughout history. The pine cone. When we look through history, we see that civilizations located in the most distant parts of the world seem to revere the pineal gland and its reflection in nature. The pine cone, as if they had made a secret agreement. Sumerians. When gods are depicted giving humans the water of life or distributing healing, the object they hold is always a pine cone. Ancient Egypt. When the famous Eye of Horus symbol is placed over an anatomical cross-section of the brain, the position of the pupil aligns strikingly with the pineal gland, the third eye. Greek mythology. At the tip of the staff of the god Dionysus, the Thyrsus, there is a pine cone, representing the peak of the spine and enlightenment. The Vatican. In the heart of the Catholic Church, the Vatican stands a massive bronze pine cone statue in the Court of the Pine Cone, Cortile della Pigna. Even the Pope's staff hides this symbol. Why did ancient people place such importance on this organ, which Descartes likened to a pine cone because of its shape and called the seat of the soul? Did they possess a secret about our biology and spiritual potential that we have since forgotten? Modern threats and conspiracy theories. Calcification. Let's look at the darker side of the coin. The pineal gland of modern humans is facing a serious threat today. Calcification, or medically known as calcification. Because the pineal gland is not protected by the blood-brain barrier, it is unfortunately vulnerable to toxins circulating in the bloodstream. In fact, it is one of the organs most prone to calcification, ossification, in the body. And the main culprit here is clear. Sodium fluoride. In the 1990s, groundbreaking studies conducted by British researcher Jennifer Luke clearly revealed that fluoride accumulates in the pineal gland more than in any other organ in the body. Found in many sources, from toothpaste and tap water to packaged foods, fluoride hardens the crystals within the pineal gland, turning it almost into stone. Naturally, a calcified pineal gland becomes unable to perform its primary function, producing melatonin. The conspiracy theory aspect of this issue is even more intriguing. According to some perspectives, the real reason fluoride is added to water is not dental health at all. The goal is to spiritually blind societies, make them more obedient, and dull their intuition. From this point of view, a calcified pineal gland represents not only biological damage, but also the severing of humanity's connection to its spiritual nature. Conclusion. Keeping the antenna clean. The essence of the matter is this. The pineal gland is not just an ordinary organ that regulates our sleep. It is a bridge built between our biological, chemical, and perhaps even spiritual worlds, a kind of inner compass dot. So what can we do? Is it possible to clear this antenna of interference and keep it clean? Researchers and experts who focus on this topic generally agree on a few common recommendations. Keep your distance from fluoride. This is the most critical step. Choosing fluoride-free toothpaste and paying close attention to the quality of the water we drink is essential. Sleep in complete darkness. Darkness is the pineal gland's best friend. Make sure there is not even the slightest light leakage in your room while sleeping. Don't neglect sunlight. To secrete melatonin at night, the body needs to store serotonin during the day. For this reason, make sure your eyes are exposed to sunlight directly or indirectly during daytime hours. Nutritional support. Foods such as iodine, turmeric, and raw cacao are said to be quite effective in cleansing, detoxifying the pineal gland. This small pine cone deep within our brain may be the missing key that unlocks our true potential. And who knows, perhaps the darkness you encounter when you close your eyes is not emptiness at all, but a light waiting to awaken. If this information opened a new window in your mind, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. How open is your third eye? Let's meet in the comments. Until the next mystery, goodbye.